Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome to another No BS social media update. Today, we're again tackling one of the big social sites. I used to talk about the big four in social media, and back when I talked about that, it was MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Now, let's be honest, MySpace, which we're going to tackle, or at least going to touch on in some sort of way in the next couple of weeks, isn't really a player anymore. Now, if you're not in the music business, it really doesn't matter that much at all to anybody. Most of us still may have a MySpace page or it got transferred to the new MySpace but aren't doing anything on it. So really it's not the big four anymore. It's truly the big three in terms of traffic, or I call it the big 3.5, because now Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are so important to everything we do no matter what you do. And as I've said before, and we've talked about it, Instagram is becoming very important. I'm seeing a lot of people using Instagram to market, and you can also throw in Pinterest too, which we'll probably touch on down the road. A little bit tougher to market to, especially if you're marketing yourself or branding yourself, more so than if you're trying to sell products. But we'll talk about that. But today we are talking about YouTube, the most mythical, frustrating, powerful social media site. You know, the interesting thing about YouTube, and today we're really going to specifically target, media people, music business people, because if you're in the media, if you're in the music business and you're not posting videos on a regular basis to YouTube, you are missing so much traffic. I mean, in all honesty, this series of videos is my third series of videos. I do some personal video blogging too. Something that I said I started out 4 or 5 years ago, video blogging, what I called my Kev TV videos, which got posted on YouTube, which is posted on a website, and got some huge traffic for a long, long time. I kind of segued from that into a video blog that I do called the Road Warrior video blog. And it's more just me blogging from my vehicle. Got a lot of time on my hands, and I love to have a camera in the car and do some videos that way. And you can check those out. They're on my personal YouTube channel, Kevin Mason Music. I'm the username over there. But for YouTube, again, it's easy when you're a musician. It's easy if you do a cover song of somebody. It's easy to have somebody take a video of you when you're performing in a concert. It's easy with the music. That's something that's going to get some visibility. I mean, if you think about it, most of the viral videos on YouTube, if you've ever watched something like Tosh.0, it's either silly animals, stupid people, or music in some way, or something musical, or something with music in it, or performance, or whatever. So that makes for some interesting challenges. There are a lot of ways to utilize YouTube if you're a musician. There are a lot of ways to utilize YouTube. Think about if you're a media personality, by putting, again, not necessarily content you're using for your company, but behind the scenes content. Content interacting with your fans in person. Let's say you have a recording artist come to a radio station or a TV station, maybe do a little outtake video or things like that, or a little bit of, here's the video that didn't make TV, here's the video that didn't get on the air, and do it specifically for that reason, that it's specific content just for YouTube. Because what we found is that YouTube for a younger generation, for the younger people, has become their radio. Because the way they set up YouTube now, you can actually find so many songs on there, whether they're legal or illegal or whatever. They can create their own little radio playlists, and again, it doesn't cost them anything. Now, luckily with YouTube, you can monetize it, and there's a way for you to actually make pennies. You don't make a lot, but there's a way to make pennies off of what you've done. I mean, it's funny. I mean, if you just scroll through YouTube and find users and things like that, there's just a lot of junk on YouTube, in all honesty. There are a lot of fun things too. I mean, I love how people post old television commercials or things like that. I'd always talked about, asking two friends to ask two friends to ask two friends, and I thought for years it was a Clairol Herbal Essence commercial, and I found out it wasn't. It was another shampoo. It was like Fabergé shampoo. Again, how I attributed it in my mind was one thing, but where did I find the true proof? On YouTube. So it's easy to use YouTube for content if you're a musician, if you're a media person, but if you're not, if you're just a business, how do you, use YouTube? Well, I think you use it strategically. If you ever do television commercials, whether it's a cable television commercial or whatever, you make sure you get a video of that and you post it online. If you're ever interviewed by somebody for something, the local cable access channel has interviewed you, or somebody comes in and does a piece on a local festival and you've got a booth at the local festival, make sure to get some video of that and throw it up online, because you're using it, again, to build your personal brand. You're using it to build the brand of your company. And I think that's very important. It's a little bit more challenging when you're just building your brand, whether it's for your small company, whether it's for whatever you're doing. But be creative. Search around. It's amazing the videos you can find that you would never think of on YouTube. Oh wow, I would have never thought to post a video of myself doing that. Create your own video blog series, much like these are. I mean, think about it. If you have expertise in something, wouldn't you want to become known for being an expert? And again, even if you're not trying to attract business worldwide, think about the terms of if you've got a lot of YouTube videos, if you do a series on, gosh, I mean, I've seen people just, open products out of boxes and show you how to open products. There are lots of people, in fact, YouTube's been running a campaign on TV about people who have series from cooking series, little cooking channels and things like that. Find something that's well, fits your business and create a video. Again, you're going to have to go out and buy the camera and the lights and the whole bit, much like we've done here. And it's not always cheap. I mean, I started out, pretty cheaply with just a little $99 camera that attached to my laptop, and threw the laptop in, and that's pretty much the setup. We've evolved from there to a good microphone, to the good lighting, and it's still not perfect. I haven't gone green screen yet, but I will eventually. You don't have to make it a full-blown presentation. But if you're using the power of that, if you're building the brand, when people are looking for answers, when people are looking for whatever product you're selling, they could come your way. YouTube is a powerful, powerful, powerful tool. And again, you just got to experiment with the video. It'll get better. There'll be some bad ones. I've had issues with these videos before where for some reason the microphone didn't work and I had horrible audio, or the audio sync was off with my lips and so I just couldn't use it and had to recut them again. That's the problem with the technology. There's always going to be issues. But you're going to be happy you got involved with YouTube. You're going to be happy that, well, you created some, because you created visibility, you're building your brand, no matter what you're doing. We can talk more about YouTube anytime you want. You can reach out to me, Kevin@intensitymedia.net. My phone number also at the end of the video here in the credits, and we hope to see you next week with the No BS social media video. Thanks.